All right, guys. So I heard the saying that I think a lot of us have heard over time when it comes to dating, relationships, all that stuff. There's other fish in the sea. It's very true. But if you're not changing the bait on your hook, you're always going to get the same fish that you needed to get another fish from in the first place. So let's think about that. If you are saying, I'm having a bad run of luck with a particular type of person, I always seem to find the same person. I always seem, well, maybe that's you. Maybe those are your choices. Maybe those are the things that you're doing. Maybe those are the things that you're choosing to partake in. The places that you're finding yourselves to be at. Maybe it's not the ocean or the fish. Maybe you just need to be someplace else. And maybe it's a different body of water. Instead of being in salt water, be in fresh water. Try something different. Instead of being in this massive ocean where there's just so many choices to choose from, maybe you just need like a small pond or a creek to be able to discern a little bit differently. Take down the options. Doesn't mean we're settling. It doesn't mean that we're not getting what we want out of things. But sometimes, if there's other fish in the sea, that's great. But how many have you caught to where you had to keep saying that? That means you're still catching the same kind of thing. You're still having the same result, the same outcome. So sometimes we have to change our directive. We have to change our strategy. We have to change our mindset and our thoughts in order to get a different outcome. So if we have that mindset that there's other fish in the sea, absolutely there are. But if it's the same kind of fish and we're having the same kind of issues, perhaps it's time to start looking outside of ourselves. And this is where we can change ourselves, mind, body, and soul. Doesn't mean that we're just talking about being in better shape or having more money, or you have to do like a real overhaul. It starts from within. It's great to have a better physique. It's great to have a little bit more money, but those will just give you a different circumstance of the same result, if that makes any sense. Okay, different circumstance, maybe somebody who is the same that you're getting that same result from, they just like you a little bit better because of the money or your physique. It's kind of a hard one to wrap your head around, but that's the truth of the matter. Sometimes people are just, they're here to use you. And if you're having the same poor result, the same outcome, to where we feel the need to say, there's other fish in the sea. It's a true statement. There are plenty of other people. But if you are still reaching out or receiving that same signal from the same kind of people, then we haven't done ourselves any favors. You've just started over with a new problem. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of jobs out there too. But if you keep accepting the same job that you didn't like in the first place, and it has the same set of standards and the same sort of managerial system, or the same low pay, or the same long hours, whatever it is that you didn't like about that job, and then you turn around, quit that one just to go to the same job under another company with this just a different name, what have you done? That's where we would say, okay, I need to do something different. I need to set myself up with a different set of work skills. That way I don't keep accepting the same jobs. I need to start getting references from people who have worked at these places. Look at the reviews for these places. You can do that with dating or whatever it is. Same thing if you were changing a school. If you just didn't find that you were enjoying what was there, okay, there's plenty of schools to enroll in. Other fish in the sea, same thing. Now, but what is it about the school that's going to be different? It's going to give you a different outcome, a different sort of example. And schools might be a little bit more cut and dry. Jobs might be a little bit more cut and dry. When we're dealing with people, that's a little bit more loose, because they're not held by sometimes legal standards. But we still can still say, if I need to find something else out there, and say that there's other fish in the sea, or there's other opportunities. We've said it in a lot of different ways, but sometimes do we have to start looking within? I would say that we do. If I'm still getting those same outcomes on a regular basis, then at some point I need to stop and look at, what is it that I'm doing that's getting me these results. Sometimes it's a hard truth, and sometimes it's the one that we don't want to necessarily have to sit and talk with ourselves about. But once you get past it, and once you realize it's not knocking yourself down, it's actually helping yourself up to self-identify, and then be able to say, you know what, these are the things that I don't want for myself anymore, so I have to be the one to change them. But if you allow other things to continue to be what gives you this result, the externals, then we're always going to just keep saying there's other fish in the sea. We're just going to keep casting a rod in. But at some point, don't we want a fish that we can keep? Don't we want the one that we can take a picture with? This is that one. This is that catch that we can mount, that we can say, hey, you remember that time I got that fish? Well, that can be your relationship. That can be your job. That can just be overcoming, something personal in life. That can be a lot of different areas. It doesn't have to just mean, in a dating sort of sphere, but that's where it started off with. So that's what I wanted to go with. Let me know what your thoughts are, your ace up the sleeve, your advice, comment, experience. Have you experienced this? I'm sure we've all heard on some level there's other fish in the sea. So love to see what you guys have to say on that, and how you changed your bait, how you changed your hook, how you changed where you were fishing. Other fish in the sea. Did you go to an ocean? Did you go to a lake? Did you go someplace else to fish? Did you go to a pond? Or did you just go to the store and buy some fish? There's options, guys. There's options is my point. But would love to hear what you guys' thoughts on it. Again, ace up the sleeve. And as always, I hope this finds everybody in your place, pursuit, or beginnings of total health, mind, body, and soul. Peace, love, unity, solidarity. And as always, subscriptions and videos. So check them out. Leave me some comments there as well, and stick around.